Hello, welcome to 339 South 600 West in Provo. This is 11 units for sale with a 6-plex that you're looking at here and a 5-plex here in this building. I thought I'd do a quick little run through, casual video, so you could see really what this property has going on, as well as some of the inspection items that have come up in the past that we've talked about, so you can get some eyes on the property. First, disclaimer, verify everything I say in this video. Everything I'm sharing is of course secondhand from the owner, as well as what I've observed myself, as well as what I've heard from an inspector and a few other people. But please verify everything and don't just take this video as the hard evidence. So first, as you can see, there's an older building here, the 5 units. It's got a 5th unit that was added to the back at a later point in time, I assume. And then we've got a property built in 1970, which is a 6-plex. And we've got 1 vacant unit, and it's usually always occupied. And because we have the vacant unit is really why I wanted to do this video, just so you can get some eyes on the inside of the property so we're not disrupting tenants. So maybe let's start with this walkthrough, and I'll just kind of jabber away as we're going through. First, you'll notice on this building there's 2 central air units here, and the other 4 units are still on swamp cooler, and I believe one of these is unit 1 that we're headed to. So combination of swamp coolers as well as central air. New vinyl windows, as you saw, has already been done in both buildings, but this is one of what I would describe as an older unit. Some units have been remodeled with new cabinets and countertops. This one's obviously got some nice new floor here, but though old, the cabinets are in great shape, countertops are in great shape, and works out well. You can see a nice new faucet somebody put in at some point. The owner has owned this property for only 2 years. They've turned a couple of units, but not all of them. You can see some units will have different ages too on furnaces and water heaters. These look like great. This is, yep, so here's our central air coming into this property here. And like I said, there's, even though it's still got a supplementary wall unit right there, but some of the other units I saw in the back still have the swamp cooler. So each unit is 5,500 square feet. Bathrooms here, as you can see, might be a little dated, but it's in really good shape. I don't really see any damage here. Older tile, but in really good shape. Each unit is very similar. I've noticed too, I peeked my head in another unit a while ago, a lot of missing closet doors, which is pretty typical, just the bifold doors. So we can try to track some of them down. I saw them in the laundry room where we're gonna head next. But again, stainless steel appliances, no dishwashers in these units, but everyone's got a fridge, a stove, or electric stoves. The units here they're all 5,500 square feet, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Rents can be provided. Our current rents, our rent rolls, we've got units from, really the market rents these are all pretty close. Looks like everything is over 1,000, a couple at 1,100, 1,090, 1,095. Then of course the big ones, not big in size, but just big in price. There are some that have been turned at 1,235 and 1,250. So 1,250 ideally is what all of these should be at, if not even a little higher. And that would really make the numbers sing instead of everything at 1,050, 1,100, stuff like that. So mailboxes here on the side. So a few items, I'll just read these off as we're walking slowly. Well, first you can see carports. There's 11 units. There's 11 covered carports, and they're all in decent shape in terms of being covered, but could use a little work. So we did have an inspection done, and I just want to point out the big things, since you'll find them everywhere anyway when you do your inspection. But the inspector did point out that some of the electrical panels, well, those aren't the panels, those are the meters, but some of the electrical panels need some work and need some updating. Also mentioned there was some minor carport damage, as well as some of these railings are a little damaged. I think right as we walked in, you saw in that corner there was some rust in that bottom part of that one. that they pointed out. And then they did point out a little bit of water damage. It's old water damage though in one of the closets in this building that seems to me that, and their assumption was that at some point it came from the roof, but it's since been fixed because it was fairly old. There's a maintenance worker here clearing out this swamp cooler because he's got that turned on and he's draining something here, it looks like. So we'll follow up on that. But here are the carports here. You can see there's, well, they're in pretty good shape. And then this is the 11th one. There's 10 on this side, 11 here. This dumpster's on our numbers. Property manager takes care of this, about $4,000 a year. Some of the utilities in this building are actually shared. The electrical is separated, but the gas bill is all on one bill, so they divide that up and get compensated, like collect it from the rent. So let's head into the laundry room. Let's see, anything else on this list? Missing bifold doors and general exterior maintenance. Those are really the only big items that the builder or the inspector pointed out, were those electrical panels need a little love. So I'm here in the older building in the basement here. This is, not all the units have the laundry, so they've put in this laundry unit here. It's run by an app, kind of like a coin operated. However, there's no income reported by the seller that comes from this, so this is more just an amenity. They use the app, they pay directly on the app, and that kind of self-funds itself. But you can see we've got some of the water heaters and furnaces here for this 5-plex. See here, the bifold doors that I just mentioned, at least a handful of them. But it looks like we've got 3 furnaces here. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we've got all 5 furnaces here. All 5 furnaces are down here, easy to inspect, obviously. A little more storage here. And some of the water heaters, at least 2 of them, so the rest are in the units. This building too, I'll point out, looks like there's a timer for the light here. This building, I will just point out, I believe all 4 units have central air. You can't see them in my video, but they are up on the roof, and it's only this back 5th unit that has the swamp cooler that they're running water through it for some reason. But when I stepped way far back, I could see them. Another thing I'll point out, the property line on this side on the map is a straight line, but the fence, you can see there's a double fence here. It kind of jars, they're kind of dancing the fence around some trees, and then eventually that telephone pole. But according to the county plat map, it is a straight line across there. And then back here, you can see though, in addition to the 11 parking stalls, we've got lots of other parking stalls here in front of the units. There's so much parking, and that matters because we're in Provo, we're across from the elementary school. We've got, the BYU campus isn't far. You've got normal parking problems are rampant here in Provo, but not here. There's street parking, both sides of the street. Just lots of parking here. So membrane roof on top, the inspector said that was in good shape. That's why I say that was just old water damage that wasn't fixed. Let's see if there's any. He did say a few rusted shutoff valves should be replaced, minor carport damage, minor flooring, and some water damage in a couple units, and that is it. So everybody, if you're considering this property, hit me up with any other questions you have, any details. I'm sure we'll have that, the property manager will have this unit filled fairly quick. He had mentioned that he had over 100 inquiries when he posted it for sale, mostly young newlywed couples, kind of your classic tenant for a price point of $1,250. So it'll get leased here pretty quick. That's why I wanted to make this video so you could see inside. But set up a time to come look at this property. You're welcome to drive by and look at the outside. I'm happy to meet you here on site if that's helpful. Once we go under contract, we'll line up inspections for each of the units, and hopefully it's a great fit for you. Thank you so much, and I will be ready to answer further questions.